everyone? Welcome to Leah's podcast show, where we talk about anything and everything. You feel me? So today, what we're gonna get into is the 2000 trial of Woodlawn High School student named Anan Syed, who was found guilty of murdering his ex-girlfriend Heyman Lee the year prior. She was last seen driving away from the high school in her gray Nissan on January 13th, 1999. Heyman Lee, she was 18 years old when she died, and she was found dead in Baltimore's Lincoln Park about a month later. And soon after that, Anan Syed was charged with her murder. I'm finna make things chaotic because of my opinion. I don't think Anan did it. First of all, look at Jay. He lied to his baby mama, his kids, and everybody. I swear. First of all, let's talk about how there's really not much evidence against Anan for him to be put in prison. Except for Jay's story. They believe that whole story, bruh. Come on now. Anan and Jay have never claimed to be, more than acquaintances or like close best friends. Jay, he was he was a drug dealer. He would sell Anan marijuana and stuff, and they would, hang out from time to time. But that shows you that they not twin. They not locked in for real. When I mean that they are not locked in, they're not twin. They are not close friends. They are not best friends. They don't talk on a regular. They talk from time to time. Also, I found out that Jay Wilds was selling marijuana, his product, in his grandma's house. I tell you, it looked like he lied. I told you, bro. I'm telling y'all directly. It looked like he lies. Look at his eyes. But enough talking about Jay's appearance. Let's get back to the actual facts and evidence that I have against Jay, that he should be in prison right now instead of Anan. I don't know if it's me, but I feel like how does Jay's story match the cell phone records? Isn't that weird to y'all? It is very weird to me. So I have an assumption that I have. I think Jay's story, he was coached to fit the cell phone records. The interviews, and Jay's first police interview, he said that after dropping Anan off at track, he went home to wait for Anan to call him to pick him up after practice was over. In Jay's second police interview, in his testimony at the first trial, his story changes. Jay claims that after dropping Anan off at track practice, he went to Kathy's house. When he hung out with Kathy and Jeff for half an hour or so until Anan called him to ask to be picked up. He obviously lying, bro. Let's keep it 100. It's very incredibly a dumb lie. Okay, now let's talk about Kathy being a witness. She said that she got home around 5 p.m. that day, and a little while later, Jay and Anan showed up together. There is no mention whatsoever of Jay making a previous trip to visit her while Anan was at track. According to Kathy, it would have been impossible for Jay's first trip to her apartment to ever, happen. Even worse, it doesn't even match the cell phone records. There's no way that Jay could have made a trip to Kathy's after dropping Anan off at track. But during those interviews, from the past interviews, Jay admits that he lied to the police. He told the police he lied to them, and he told the jury that he lied to them. But the thing is, he's a consistent liar. He will stay with that lie and continue with it to make it look like it's true. He's very consistent with the lie. But the thing that he sticked with when every time in his interviews was that Jay, he always said Anan choked Hay to death and asked Jay to help him bury the body. That's one thing he stuck with every single time. Okay, so back to Jay's testimony. He says that him and Anan left school campus to eat. That's when Anan tells Jay that he's going to kill Hay. He then drops Anan off, spends some time with his friend, and gets a call from Anan to come and get him. They both meet, look at the body, and bury it in Lincoln Park. Okay, let's talk about the third testimony. The third testimony, it is very different from the cell records from the other one, the cell phone record. Jay also had said 2 different places of where they met and where they saw the body in his first and second testimony. Why would there be those kind of differences? To me, it looks like a lie Jay is caught in. And he tries to make it work for him, which he does. Why you think he's not in jail? Like, come on now. And, Jay also says after they buried the body, they drove around, smoked weed, and hung out. This is the weird part of the story because why would one drive around after they just kill somebody and smoke weed? Like, is that to cool the nerves down or something? So in his first testimony, he says, they're driving around a bit and then they dumped Hayes' car. In the second testimony, he says they're going to a park to smoke weed, dropping Anon off at school for track practice, and then Jay picking up Anon up to smoke weed at a friend's house. The third testimony, Jay and Anon going to another friend's house to buy weed, but instead they go to a park to buy it there. Like, all these different endings have different time slots. Why would you fool around afterwards in the first place, bro? Like, that's so weird. Bro's weird. He's weird. I know I've been talking mostly about Jay's testimonies and his police interviews, but that what makes him seem suspicious. What I do have to add is that the time between noon and 6 p.m. doesn't match none of his testimonies. None of them. Here comes the part that's gas, that's shocking, very shocking. So Jay, he had been charged with a felony, accessory after the fact to the first-degree murder. He pled guilty and had an agreement with the state that if he cooperated, basically showed up in court and told the truth, his sentence would reflect that. And he ain't got no jail time, obviously. With a plea, he had his own lawyer, a woman named Ain Benorio. She really wasn't a public defender. She was like a private defense attorney. Okay, the Anon's defense attorney was Christina Gutierrez. I don't know if I said that right or not, but she had been complaining to the court that the prosecution had been totally forthcoming about Jay's plea and how it came about, which isn't unusual in a trial like this one. But in the middle of the second trial, Jay says something. This piece of evidence that Christina has against Jay, she calls it the magic information or whatsoever, and she asks Jay, "Did anyone help provide you a lawyer?" He says, "Yes, ma'am." Who? Mr. Urich. The prosecutor in the case helped provide you a lawyer? He says, "Yes, ma'am." Christina saying that has the whole room shocked. That is her magic information on Jay. It's very wild, very. In April 99, Jay had no contact with the police or the prosecutors until September 6th. He said he called the office of the public defender to try to see if he could get himself a lawyer, and they told him that unless you've been charged, we can't help you. So Jay said the next thing that happened is the cops come to see him on September 6th and tell him he's about to be charged with accessory after the fact that he'll be able to get a lawyer. The next day, September 7th, they come pick him up and they book him and they take him to the state's attorney office. He meets Kevin Urich, the prosecutor. Jay says he's never met Urich before then. And he says Urich introduces him to Ain Benero, who says she's not really a public defender, who can represent him for free. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the evidence I gathered up about Jay Wilds, which is very crazy how he at least didn't get 3 or 5 years. Like, he participated in killing her, low key though. But it's crazy to me. But what I like to say is, I'm the best procrastinator. I started this Thursday, May 5th, around 7 p.m. and it's 6:54 p.m. It's May 6th, Friday. Like, give it up for Julie. Give it up. The best procrastinator ever. I don't know who is greatness, but I hope you had a good laugh. You was thinking about the evidence. I was stating facts. You feel me? So, like, I really hope this get an A, bro, because, like, thank y'all for taking the time to listen to my podcast. Subscribe, like, comment whether you think I'm spitting facts or I'm, just chatting.
I wanna show you some love.